Some will call it swag, some call it cockiness, some will call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll leave it with him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. Using the quick game. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they... Snags it on the right. Wide open spaces. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
That play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. The official says no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll send the back in motion. A designed run for the quarterback.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Hey, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Makes the grab. It's Rousseau. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Moncrief. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 14 to North Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. The offense changing the play. This quarterback part of their running game. Breaks into the open. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll take another shot here. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams. Gets
the back moving. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Canes in the hurry up. Looking downfield, it's Moncrief. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Here comes the option. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Canes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now on second down. Motion from the back. They'll run the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. motion to the left, looking for the first down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Rousseau. There he goes. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman.
It's a running room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Moncrief. Going over the top. He's got it on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The corners are walked up tight. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A run for the quarterback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. The offense
quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
After that last completion, it's second down.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a...
Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 2 to South Alabama. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
The return is brought down at the 40. And the Miami offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw. It's Moncrief. Caught in the backfield. It's Pierre. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Back to pass, it's Moncrief. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him, going for it all. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make them earn it now in the next down.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Takes the handoff. It's Rousseau. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might be calling a hot route. Quarterback will keep it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires to the right. Found the spot in the defense. There he goes. Smashes ahead. They've got him out of bounds and maybe save a score. He gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Stands in and takes the hit. And he reels it in inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we...
A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Sends it back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UTSA has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 20 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big 4th down here in the 4th quarter.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're working that left side. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.